So, ready to ditch the headlines for a bit. We're switching gears today.
Oh, okay.
Going on a deep dive
Sounds good.
into, well, The Edition You Deserve. It's a Hebrew podcast.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they find, like, the weirdest news from around the world.
Weird in a good way.
The best way. Like, those stories, you gotta share them.
I'm intrigued, for sure.
Okay, get this. Snooker table shenanigans.
Okay.
We've got some creepy crawlies in unexpected places. Oh, and a cat
I'm listening.
with a very important job.
All right, let's do it.
First up, we're heading to the UK to the World Snooker Championship. Now, full disclosure,
Yeah.
my snooker knowledge is like, eats fancy billiards, right?
Well, yeah, kind of.
But anyway,
Go on.
imagine, right, intense match, everyone's quiet, and then out of nowhere, a just stop oil protester
No way.
jumps on the table,
What?
scattering orange paint everywhere.
Seriously, they're really going all out these days.
Yeah.
Didn't they just disrupt the Grand National Horse Race, too?
They did, yeah. I guess they see these big events as, like, a platform, you know?
Yeah, to get their message out. Though I'm not sure about the effectiveness of disrupting a snooker match. Makes you wonder.
For sure. Okay, so picture this. We're trying to focus, right? Like deep in prayer,
Well,
but there's
yeah.
something crawling on
Oh,
you.
that's awful. What is it? Spiders.
Worse.
Worse.
Cockroaches.
Heat. No way.
Yeah, tons of them interrupting Ramadan prayers in Mecca.
Oh, wow. I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah, there's videos, people swatting them away.
Wow. You'd think that would be bigger news.
Right. Makes you
They
wonder,
mess
like,
with a lot.
how different cultures decide what's, newsworthy, what gets reported, what doesn't.
Fascinating point.
Okay, let's move on to something nicer.
Yes, please. After those cockroaches, I need something heartwarming.
I've got you covered.
Hit me with it.
So there's this cat, right?
Yeah, I love cats.
This cat is named Mikan,
Cute name.
right? And Mikan is the station master.
Wait, what? The station master?
Yep. Of a metro station in Taiwan.
No way. That's amazing. There are actually quite a few working animals out there, like that pest controller cat, right?
At that museum in England. I love that story.
Exactly. And let's not forget about the celebrity station master cat in Japan. He's even got his own merchandise line.
People are obsessed. And I get it. It's like, why are we so drawn to these stories? Maybe we all need a little more good news in our lives. All right. Well, speaking of things we ingest,
This is going to be a downer, isn't it?
maybe skip the hummus tonight.
Oh, no.
So imagine you're in Egypt. You own a tahini factory.
Okay.
Times are tough. You need to cut costs, right?
I guess, but
Would you ever, and I'm serious, would you ever use ceramic dust?
ceramic dust. Like what you'd use to make pottery.
The one and only. Tons of it.
No way. Why? What were they even thinking? That's insane.
Right. Mixed with peanut shells, sesame husks. Like, what even is that concoction?
I mean, that's terrifying. Talk about a recipe for disaster. It makes you think about food safety regulations or the lack thereof in some places.
Honestly, after that last story, I need like a whole vat of hand sanitizer.
I know, right? Who knew tahini could be so terrifying?
So, ready for round 2 of What Were They Thinking?
Hit me. Although after that ceramic dust situation, I'm almost afraid to ask.
Buckle up. This next one's, well, it's something.
Okay.
Picture this. You walk into a cafe in Japan.
Yeah.
You order a cocktail, maybe something fancy, right?
Right.
And little do you know, it's about to get a whole lot more interesting.
Oh boy. What now?
The bartender decided to add a little something extra to the mix.
Like what? Extra olives.
Yeah.
An extra shot. I hope.
her own blood.
You're kidding, right? Blood. Why?
Not kidding. Apparently it was, and I'm quoting here, part of her goth aesthetic.
Oh no, please tell me the cafe fired her immediately.
They did. And get this, they called it part-time terrorism, which, yeah.
Part-time terrorism. Wow, that's something else.
It really makes you realize,
Yeah.
you know, everyone experiences the world so differently.
No kidding. Okay, I'm ready for the next level of weirdness. Bring it on.
All right, you asked for it. This one, I swear, sounds like it's straight out of a movie.
Okay, let's hear it.
So there's a family in India, right? They get news, tragic news, that their loved one has died from COVID.
Oh, that's awful. COVID hit India so hard.
It did. So they grieve, they hold a funeral.
Right, trying to heal, move on.
Exactly. And then 2 years later,
Like 2 years.
2 years later, the dead relative just shows up on their doorstep.
No way. They must have been floored. Do they know what happened? Where he was?
That's the craziest part. Nobody knows.
You couldn't make this stuff up.
You really couldn't. Speaking of unbelievable things, ready to head back to Florida?
Florida, huh?
Hmm.
Let me guess. alligators are involved.
Not this time, although that wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, I'm all ears. What did the Florida man get up to this time?
All right, so a Florida man gets arrested, right? For indecent exposure.
Okay, that's Florida man tracks for sure.
But wait, here comes the kicker. His excuse?
Oh, there's always an excuse with these guys. What is it this time?
A painful rectal problem.
But come on, that's got to be a new one.
It's Florida, man. There's always a new one.
True enough.
You know, it makes you wonder, though, how many bizarre news stories are really just cries for help? Or maybe we're reading too much into it.
Maybe. Let's just go with stranger than fiction for now.
Works for me. All right, ready for a change of scenery? Let's head to Texas.
Texas. What, did someone try to pay for their groceries with bottle caps again?
Even better. This one's got mystery, it's got intrigue.
Okay, you're killing me. What is it?
A small plane is found, landed upside down.
Upside down. Like how?
That's the million-dollar question. On the runway, totally flipped.
Oh, wow. Was everyone okay?
Miraculously, yes, both occupants survived. But how it happened, nobody knows.
Talk about a flight they won't forget.
And last but not least, let's end on a story that every parent, I think, will relate to on some level.
Oh boy, I'm almost afraid to ask. What is it?
A mom in Argentina called the police.
Why? What happened?
She couldn't tell her twin sons apart.
You've got to be kidding. Identical twins?
Identical. Fingerprint analysis failed.
You're kidding. That's both hilarious and kind of terrifying. Poor mom, those poor kids. Can you imagine?
I know. It's like out of all the technological advances we have, some things are just beyond science, you know?
You know what? I kind of love that. Some mysteries are best left unsolved.
You know, it really makes you think, like, for all our fancy gadgets and tech,
We still haven't figured it all out.
not even close. Sometimes a little good old-fashioned human error is just inevitable, I guess.
The universe has a sense of humor. That's for sure.
It does. But hey, that's what makes it fun, right? This whole crazy ride. I mean, we've got snooker table protests. We've got station master cats.
Don't forget the blood cocktails. Never a dull moment, that's for sure.
You said it. So next time you're scrolling through the news, you know, feeling that doom scroll set in.
Which is, like, every day.
Right. Exactly. Take a break from the headlines and
Yeah.
just, like, look for those stories, the ones that make you laugh or shake your head or just wonder, you know, what in the world?
Like, is this even real life?
Exactly. Because they're out there. And who knows, maybe you'll be the one to share the next, like, ceramic dust conspiracy.
Or that blood cocktail recipe, maybe not.
Definitely not. But hey, keep an eye out for those cats with impressive resumes, okay?
Always. And when you find those stories, those hidden gems of weirdness, you know where to find us.
That's right. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive into, well, everything unexpected. Until next time, stay curious out there.